Marie Curie was born in Warsaw, Poland on November 7, 1867. At the time, Poland was part of the Russian Empire. Her family was very devoted to the cause of Poland's independence, and during her childhood, she struggled with poverty because most of her parents' income went towards supporting efforts to free Poland. Because she was a woman, and because her family had a reputation for being opposed to the Russian government, she was not allowed to go to school. Her and her sister learned about something called the Flying University, which was a secret school that was run without the knowledge of the government. Like her family, the Flying University was devoted to the idea of making Poland an independent country, and it also admitted women students. In 1891, she moved to Paris, where she attended the University of Paris to study physics, chemistry, and mathematics. A couple of years later, she met her future husband, and they fell in love based on their mutual love of study and science. Attending school was always a struggle for her because she had very little support from anyone before meeting her husband, so she frequently had no food and lived in poor conditions. In 1898, her and her husband made one of the biggest achievements when they discovered two new chemical elements, polonium, which she named after her home country of Poland, and radium. They also coined the term radioactivity. They discovered that when cancer was exposed to radium, tumor-forming cells were killed faster than healthy cells. This meant radiation might be able to use to fight cancer. In 1903, she was awarded her doctorate from the University of Paris, and then at that same year, her and her husband were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics for the discovery of radiation. In 1906, he was killed in a tragic carriage accident. The University of Paris had been planning to make him a professor. After her husband's death, the university decided to make Marie a professor instead, which made her the first female professor in the history of the University of Paris. A few years later, in 1911, she was awarded a Nobel Prize in Chemistry. This meant she was the first woman to ever win a Nobel Prize and the first person and only woman to ever win two Nobel Prizes. In 1934, she passed away as a result of being exposed to radiation during all of her research. Because of their levels of radioactive contamination, her papers from the 1890s are considered too dangerous to handle. Even her cookbook is highly radioactive. Her papers are kept in lead-lined boxes, and those who wish to consult with them must wear protective clothing. Marie's discoveries about radiation led to advances in nuclear energy, our understanding of the atom, and in medicine. She is buried at the Panthéon in France, the first woman to ever be buried there, as an honor to her contribution to the world. Please complete 3 of the following 5 exercises. Number 1. Learn about the different parts of an atom, protons, neutrons, and electrons. Construct a model of an atom following the instructions. Number 2. Chemistry experiment. Use chemistry to pamper yourself. Follow these instructions to make your own bath bomb. Make a video clip of you making your bath bomb and share it in the virtual Girl Scout lab. Number 3. Learn about careers where the worker can be exposed to radiation. There are a lot. For example, you can research dentists, X-ray technicians, astronauts, flight attendants, or miners. Research what these workers do to minimize their exposure to radiation. Number 4. Physics experiment. Design a container that will help a raw egg survive a drop from a height of over 8 feet. Here's some ideas to get you started. Remember to think outside the box. Share a photo of your creation in the virtual Girl Scout lab. Number 5. Use a periodic table of elements to find the chemical elements that are hiding in your name. For example, the name Katie contains the 3 chemical elements: K for potassium, A for acetane, and I for iodine. Share what elements are hiding in your name in the virtual Girl Scout lab.